Hey, what's up everybody? Joseph here, and today I am testing the NOVRITSCH scope low power variable right there. And basically this is like a little torture test for airsoft scopes because I'm putting it on a real steel firearm. This is 9mm. I have a full magazine, and basically I'm gonna be testing the durability, if it can hold the zero. It's not supposed to be used with real firearms, but yeah, since I have the opportunity, I just want to test it. I want to see if this scope could be potentially used with real steel guns. Obviously, this is not the point. It's not the point of this scope. But generally speaking, it's also good to know for you when you are playing airsoft if this scope is basically worth the money. So we'll see. Usually that's not the case with other airsoft optics, but this one, we developed this one and we picked the best we could get. So I have high hopes. Let's do that. We will have a target back there. This is just to show you, I already did sight it in. So this was the first shot, second shot, then my grouping was over here and I moved it a little bit lower. I think this is good enough. Generally speaking, it's not important if I hit the target. I want to see the grouping and if it stays consistent on the paper. That tells me this scope is holding the zero. If the grouping is tight, assuming I don't make a mistake on the trigger, if I basically hit the target, then there will be a nice tight group. We will shoot the whole magazine. We have 30 whatever rounds, 9mm. And if it does hold the zero, maybe we will step it up a little bit. So let's do it. I will put a new target there, or you will put a new target there. By the way, So, by the way, thanks to Jan over here, who's the owner of this range. Without him, this wouldn't be possible, and I got the opportunity to shoot here. So, who are you? What are you doing? 10 seconds.
I'm just a dude pretending to be another dude.
No, seriously, he's a really good instructor. I trained with him, and he has a range. So, everything you can see here. If you have the way to Czech Republic, definitely stop by. You can shoot anything you see here, and even more. So that's it, let's do the test. Let's put the thing in the thing, let's rack the thing, and we are good to go. So I will be shooting relatively fast. I don't want to make this video too long, so let's do that. Maybe the grouping won't be exactly where I want it to be, but that's gonna be my mistake most likely. So let's do it. Okay, empty. Okay, gun is empty. Let's see what we got. Okay, can we see it on the camera? Let's put it here. Okay, I actually think this is a decent grouping. We see that the scope is holding the zero. I was shooting relatively fast, so this spread. But do you think it's fine? I think it's fine, right?
I think it's pretty fine, yeah.
Pretty good. That's it. That's it. The first magazine. I mean, I'm surprised. Okay, good. Yeah, let's take out the larger caliber and let's see what we can do. Okay, we decided to step it up a notch, and we will put it on an AR-15 5.56. So this has some kick. If this scope can withstand this, I would say it's a pass from me. So here we have the 9mm for comparison, and we put two dots right here and here. So first I'm gonna sight it in on the top one, and then I'm gonna do a grouping on this one. Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
Okay, I need to go left and down. By the way, I don't have the phone there because I wasn't sure, and I certainly don't want to shoot my phone. Okay, I think this is good enough, so I'm gonna put my phone there right now. Now let's finish the whole magazine. Again, I'm gonna be shooting relatively fast so that you don't have to wait. Okay, empty. Let's see what we got. I hope you can see it. All the shots are right here. After a few shots, you know, like sighting it in. Great. I don't know what to say. I'm surprised. Let's make a conclusion. We shot the 9mm, we shot the 5.56, and we were like, how can we step it up? We have the SVD right here with full magazine, so let's do it. This is gonna be fun. I'm shooting 7.62 by 54R. Okay, magazine out, bolt is open, and I can already tell looks good. Okay, so we were shooting right here, so the grouping is, I hope you can see it, the grouping is pretty decent. Everything is almost kind of like touching the target, and keep in mind I didn't sight this thing in. I literally just took it from the AR and I put it on the SVD. So no sighting, no nothing. These are the first shots. Pretty good. Pretty good.
I would put another 10. Let's see if we can destroy it.
10? 10 more rounds?
Yeah.
Let's do 10 more rounds.
I mean, you do want to test the limits, right? Sorry, it's me, the voice in the back.
By the way, Jan, he's the owner of this range. Střílení v Opavě, link in the description. And without him, we couldn't do this.
Just putting it out there. Yeah.
Also a possibility.
Can't do that. And yeah, you know, they cannot limit your magazine capacity if you don't use mags.
We have a target here, so I'm gonna be shooting on the other side. Man, this is long and heavy and... Okay. Safety off. Let's do it. Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
Okay, empty. The last one was a failure. Let's see what we got. Okay, the grouping is still there. It's this one. I flinched a little bit. The rest is right here. 20 rounds of 308. 308. 7.62 by 54R. Seems like the scope is holding up pretty well. At this point, the test is pretty much over. We just want to kill the rifle optic. We want to kill the low power variable. So we will shoot a little bit more fast cut, you know, bam, 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 and then we will make a conclusion at the end. So Jan will take over the shooting and I will be watching.
Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
It's hard to say if it's a rifle because the rifle is shot shit. I mean, the barrel of it is, because when you don't clean it after you shooting these corrosive ammo, it actually rusts. So this rifle is shut out. So I'm not really sure because there is a little movement. I'm not really sure if it's a rifle or optic. We can finish the optic and then try shoot the rifle with a serious one, and we'll see what's the actually difference in accuracy is. Yeah.
So this is the magazine number 4.
Number 4. Yeah.
Number 4. Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears. Let's switch the optics and we will see what we can get actually just from rifle. All right, we put in a copy, actually a Romanian copy of a PSO1, and we will see what actually the gun can do. It's definitely tighter group, but not as much.
So what do we have here? Can you explain?
It's a 21 to 30 rounds. It's this one. It's
Okay.
a 30 to 40 rounds.
And
This
that's
one.
that's the airsoft scope.
That's
NOVRITSCH
airsoft scope. That's right. And then we switched to a copy of a PSO1 that actually fits in there. And that's this group, one flyer here. So it's definitely a tighter group. But for the airsoft scope and the 40 rounds of a Eastern 308, that's I think that's pretty solid. I mean, you can see if you put it on detail right here. The gun is actually shot absolutely to shit because you can see the bullet actually tumbling on the 20 yards. See this like a
The
shape-ish?
egg shape.
Yeah. So these are good. These are actually tumbling. So that's the rifle actually.
I have one point which might affect or which might, cause this, and that is the fact that this mount is not a Picatinny standard. These grooves are just not wide enough for the bolts to go in. So if we look at it, the scope is actually in the air. It's not like touching the flat surface. Let's see if we can see some indents so that I can show you more. Still, the recoil on this rifle is already not a joke. So.
Punishing. I mean, recoil is not. Do you hear about Scar Heavy punishing all the optics? It's not that bad, but AKs in general are really demanding on optics because it's really flexing is really prominent.
Okay, look at it. Here we have the indent, and here we have the indent.
Yeah,
Like-
you're right.
I hope you can somehow see it. This is not a Picatinny standard. This was made for Picatinny, and these bolts, they are too wide to go into these grooves, and we can see indentation. It's like crushing it in, and the scope is not sitting flat, so that might be why it's not as accurate as the original one. Now we can confirm on the AR, and here the difference, it's not as wide. It's back on the AR-15, the mount or the Picatinny, it's the standard, so now we can confirm if it actually still works or not.
I'll shoot number 4 on the left side. Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears. Fuck, that's a huge fireball. That's a nice grouping right here.
Just to make sure everybody understands, we are shooting a Untrake AR-15 that has a 1-to-7 twist, and we shoot light ball 52 grain. What's that? The cheapest shit steel case. 52 grains are no way to fit 1-to-7 twist barrel. So at 100 yards, it does about 8 to 9 centimeters, 3 to 4 inches if you like that shit. So at 20 yards, it is actually, that's the precision of the rifle with this ammo. So I think that optic on 223 is absolutely fine.
Nice. So there we have it. That is the NOVRITSCH scope. We put it on pretty much the biggest stuff that we have here. It's holding up pretty well. Obviously, this is not recommended. You shouldn't use airsoft stuff for real steel shooting. It's just not a good idea. We cannot talk about longevity, after 1 year. Maybe it will hold up, probably not. So if you put this scope on a real steel gun, don't expect it to last. Don't send us an email that it didn't, work properly. It's not meant for real steel. With that being said, if you are thinking about picking this scope up, I am pretty confident that after what I've seen today, this scope will last you a long time if you put it on an airsoft rifle. So yeah, there you have it. That's the scope, and I have nothing more to say. So see you in the next one. By the way, do you think we can still step it up a little bit? Eyes and ears.
Eyes and ears.
We have a jam. Okay. Okay guys, now for real. See you in the next one.